This is the Fifth Estate winning headlines, your media police post. In this segment, we summarize some of the headlines that you might have missed this morning. But we also take a look at the political pieces that we call cartoons in this country. Today is the 20th of March 2019. I will be sitting in for Miss K, who is not here today.
I am Tuem.
And I am GK.
All right, so let's look at the headlines.
Welcome, GK.
Oh yes, welcome GK, of course.
Thank you.
All right, Daily Nation.
Yeah.
Court freezes assets of firm in dams row. The Star. Police raid ex-CS HSS Karen home for guns. And The Standard. How fraudsters used fake 2 billion shillings to con Kenyans. All right, so what are we thinking today?
We start with the Nation.
All right, let's start with The Nation.
Yeah, but first, can we say like there's nothing positive about any of these?
Oh yeah,
headlines?
definitely,
yes.
I know.
There's no good.
I think you were saying we're being conditioned to take in these negative stories.
Negative bias for sure.
Yeah.
But you know what, again? I think the corruption, this damn story is coming to an end.
Do you think?
It's collapse.
What makes you say that?
If you see the Nation now going to look for cases that have been put by banks against CMC de Ravenna,
For 98 cars.
and then they make it seem like, you know, because a bank has taken de Ravenna to court just to get back their money, they make it seem like the building of dams will never happen.
But I do think that the way this story has played out in the media has impacted the way that this dam process would have happened.
This dam process. Let me say, the corruption narrative in this country has a shelf life. So one case, one scandal, 2 weeks, 1 month, kalas, they will look for another one.
All right, so we said we'll start with the Daily Nation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Court freezes assets of firm in dams row. I said row earlier, yeah.
Wow.
Again, Barclays at the center of.
Yeah, they're having a bad
What a
week.
week for Barclays.
Oh man.
We wish you all
Oh,
the best.
ABSA, as they're known now. Yes.
But I think Barclays, and the Nation is not really saying this, but Barclays took CMC to court
Yes, they did, yeah.
because CMC seemed, I want to say that, or allegedly defaulted on some payments because CMC acquired a loan to acquire some assets.
Yeah.
Right, in the building of the dams.
Which is perfectly fine.
Which is okay.
Okay.
But now because they have CMC has defaulted on those loans, Barclays wants their money. Right? So the judge has ordered that some of that equipment that had been purchased by CMC be put in a yard.
So this Daily Nation headline is just clickbait. It's basically
Yes.
to get you to
open and
page two
read, yeah.
of said newspaper.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think only to be fair, I think we should look at the statement that CMC released as well.
Okay,
Because I
yes.
think if we're going
They've
to
done a
discuss,
statement on
and the
3 of
statement
the
was in the
dams,
Standard. I think if we're gonna criticize
Yeah.
CMC, let's at least bring them to the table.
Yeah.
And so what's happened now is all 3 dams have been put on hold. And it's so unfortunate because of the 3, Itare was the one that was moving
Yeah,
very
so
fast.
it's 30% done.
Yeah.
But then they place the blame now back on Kenyan authorities.
Yes.
So they basically say that the Rift Valley Water Board
Yeah.
was meant to have done the environmental compliance by now.
Yeah.
And also had found them the site and made everything cleared the way for CMC to come.
Yeah.
But then they haven't done that.
I
So
know.
you find that when you read into the story, the delay is actually
Yeah.
Yeah, part of the blame is also on Kenya as well.
Yeah.
And if you actually look at CMC's financial records from last year, I believe, they said that they were not able to begin work on Aurora and Kimwere because there were delays on receiving funds from the Kenyan government as well. So I think for us to place all the blame on CMC,
CMC. But guys,
it's not.
here we are in Africa, Nairobi, Kenya, talking about an Italian farm. Can't we build these dams locally?
no, there are lots of dams built by
Local people. Even NYS here can build our dams.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Can you even pronounce Cooperativa Moratori Cementesti? What the heck is this?
Okay, back to the headline.
Yeah, all right. I know, exactly. It's true. Back to the headline. So what do we think about this headline? In fact, Miss K does this so well, but let me bring our audience back in. We have a 3-part criteria as we assess the headlines. We ask ourselves, are the headlines topical or are they speculative? Are they repetitive or are they groundbreaking? Or are they thoughtful or just plain lazy? So what do we think about this headline?
So well, I wanted to help you.
Oh, you can read the next one. Yeah, we can share.
No.
All right, so I think we'll go with what GK has said, that this is clickbait.
Yeah.
And I
It's a
think,
bit lazy.
when we talk about clickbait, it's
Yeah.
lazy, repetitive.
It's they print and then they say, come and see, come and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then when you open, there's nothing.
There's nothing there, true.
Can I help you through it?
No,
Yeah,
no,
sure,
no.
I
Welcome
can-
our guest. Let her toss.
Oh. It's a first ritual.
Yes. Next time we have to throw with more
Okay.
fire. All right.
I'm getting there.
Next story. I think since we were talking about Barclays before,
Yeah.
let's look at the Standard.
Yes.
How fraudsters used fake 2 billion shillings to con Kenyans. This story really bothers me, and I'll tell you why. When this broke yesterday,
Yeah.
it started at 17 billion fake shillings.
Yeah.
And we didn't know if it was foreign currency, if it was Kenya shillings.
Yeah.
Now we wake up this morning and now it's 2 billion.
2 billion bob.
Where's the 15 billion?
No,
Where did it go?
It's actually fake. So they're just
Yeah,
pieces
no,
of
it's
paper.
true. It's worth nothing. Even this 2 billion is worth nothing.
Yeah. But you know, over the past couple of days, I have really gone after DCI. But for the first time, I want to give them a little bit of credit. Right? Intelligence-led stopped a crime, whatever information, stopped a crime from happening.
It was
just
10 billion from...
10 million bob. The story is
Yes.
there was someone, they had got into a deal.
But
with
must
someone.
we applaud him every time he does his job? Nobody claps for me when I'm doing.
I mean, great
Mine.
point, great
Yeah.
point. But there is no CID director in history that has had the kind of fear factor like DCI Kinoti has.
But Chuam, let me ask you this. Earlier you were telling us that the DCI received multiple tips about this deal, about these con men who were holding this fraudulent money.
That is what I read.
Oh, that's what you read. Okay, so
Yeah.
that is what the Standard has told us.
Yes.
So why are we clapping for them for doing their job after receiving numerous tips? Are they not too late?
You know, you don't know about the nature of investigations. Sometimes you may not catch
So
someone,
we're
but
going
just
to-
in the nick of time and just when they're about to exchange money and then you
So
catch
that's like
them.
receiving a participation award when you arrived last in a marathon.
No. But I mean, give it to Kinoti. He has managed to appear in the headline 7 days a week, 24
way.
hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good on him.
I mean, the guy is fantastic.
Kinoti for president.
Yeah,
All right,
his image is, you know.
What do we think about this headline then? Is it topical or speculative? Is it repetitive or groundbreaking? Is it thoughtful or lazy?
Can I be evil a bit?
Go ahead.
I actually think these guys were very clever. If they wanted to rob someone of 10 million bob
Yeah.
using money in a safe deposit box, not in their accounts, safe deposit box at Barclays Bank,
Yeah.
they wanted, it was a confidence thing.
Yeah.
They would have easily done it because who would have expected that you'd get fake money from Barclays?
No one.
And why I like this headline
Yeah.
is because it appeals probably to a lot of Kenyans.
Oh, yeah.
Because
yeah.
you want to know
Mhm.
Yeah.
how they did it, how they got away with it. But
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it also speaks to the larger state of what's going on in Kenya.
That's very
Absolutely.
true.
You know, people
Yeah.
are going to do anything and everything
Yeah.
To make some money.
just
yeah.
to make us move on.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll put this on the parking bay,
Yeah.
right? While we look at the Star, our final headline. Police
Word.
raid ex-CS Echesa's Karen home for guns.
Wow.
But
GK, tell us what you're feeling.
yeah. You get there and then it's only 35 bullets.
Yeah, I
so,
know this.
so it means
yeah.
that the guy who murdered his son had
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They found 481
yeah.
bullets.
So
Yes.
it makes you put it into context and
Yeah.
wonder what's the bigger play here.
Yeah. But you know.
And he was fired. Like, let's move on.
I know, I'd want to know with what context or what cause they had to enter and raid his house.
No, I have a feeling someone within the state is getting back at Echesa. CS Echesa had an interview with the Nation this past weekend, and he fell short of really attacking the president. And he went after the president in that interview, and he spoke about, his life being so bad, the president being temperamental. This is according to the interview.
Yeah.
So he's getting an answer back.
Yeah, all right. So
But I could be wrong.
Okay, what do we think about this story?
How many people get raided?
And it's become commonplace, hasn't it?
Yeah, but it's
All
a
right,
good business decision.
I say we toss it.
Yeah.
All right. So are we saying that we have a winning headline, or is this an okay headline?
Yeah, I think it's an okay headline.
Why are we keeping it, man?
Oh, no, you don't? Okay. You don't want it?
I just find them a little bit clever. But no,
Yeah, no, true. I'm very curious. I want to know who these people under these plastic bags are.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we can still keep it as a...
let's not be polite. Let's just toss it.
Okay, toss.
Right.
All right, and with that, we have no winning headline, but we can now move on to the political pieces that we call cartoons in this country.
Yes.
You really want to help me? You want to read the criteria? It's here.
It's so natural.
Okay. Miss K, he's coming for your job. All right, so we ask ourselves... Oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, we ask ourselves 3 questions. Is the cartoon humorous or is it dry?
Yeah.
Is it satirical or is it pessimistic? And lastly, is it effective or just plain lazy? So today's cartoons, where shall we start?
We start with the most boring, yeah?
Which is?
Nation.
Oh, wow. Guys, bias, please. Okay, what do we have here, 2M?
We have, it's Bonene's, huh? It's Bonene's cartoon. And they seem to be doing a fundraiser. And around the table are Gado's characters. You've got a snake, you've got a pig, you've got a vulture, you've got a cock, you've got a hyena. And then a shark is on...
Or a piranha, I don't know what...
Let's just say it's a shark.
All right, very well.
And then he's saying, we are offering to manage and protect the billions released for drought. This guy is, I don't know.
I'm surprised you don't like this cartoon. I think it's topical.
No, it's showing that it's the corrupt people will always want to eat and they're greedy. But we have seen this so many times.
So you think it's boring? It's not telling us anything new?
Yeah. It doesn't spark any thought.
GK, any thoughts?
Yeah, no, I have no
None.
comment.
All right, you see that's a unanimous throw.
Yeah.
All right then. Okay, as we move on to the standard.
Oh.
Although to be fair, that picture reminds me of the guys who were with Ruto yesterday.
Oh, geez.
Right, so they're all in charge of the 31 dams and taking. So maybe it's like a play on that.
And that's what I thought it was.
Because
how many billions were sent to
for the drought?
For the drought, yeah.
2 billion
maybe,
shillings.
But yeah, maybe a silent dig.
Yeah, I've been liking Gado, and I like
As
this.
you say, great minds think alike.
Great minds think alike. You have a cartoon, caricature of President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy.
The prince, or is he the king?
He's got a princely crown.
He has a crown on his head.
And that we always call him the prince.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Right? And then we have the Singh.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, holding up their Big Four.
Big Four agenda.
Big Four agenda, yeah.
But why is this desolate place they're in? And there's an angel of death here.
Who also has his Big Four. Saying,
who has his
you
Big
don't
Four?
have the monopoly
I like
on
that.
the
I
Big
didn't
Four.
look at it that way.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that angle.
His Big Four is corruption, governance, hunger, diseases.
Oh, wow.
And he say you don't have monopoly on the Big Four, you know.
Whose Big Four is better? Whose Big Four is bigger?
You know, it actually shows what Uhuru is competing against.
Yeah.
And whether he'll actually achieve this Big Four thing of his. And I'm very careful with my words.
I can hear, yes, yeah.
Because not too many people understand
What do
it.
you guys think of the cartoon, though? Is it humorous? Or is it pessimistic?
I think it's, can we say realistic?
I think that would be a fair statement to make.
It's very, very realistic.
Yeah. Is it effective?
Yes.
GK, what's wrong?
No, you're being so pessimistic.
I'm being pessimistic.
Yeah.
Why? What do you think?
Must love country.
I mean, I love country, but I don't think this Big Four thing will be.
I mean,
Fair enough.
this bloody Big Four is overshadowing the president's Big Four.
Just look at the newspapers. What are you seeing? You're seeing disease.
What is dominating the
You're seeing
conversation?
So I
corruption.
think when you guys have been doing winning headlines, you've also been conditioned in that negative bias as well.
Okay, and
I think
and you know what? I'm going to take you up on your challenge. I think that let's look at this in a more positive context. Yeah.
Yes.
Let us question the pessimism that Gado is trying to instill.
Right.
Is this an accurate reflection of the country right now? Is the president not doing great things?
Look, why are they even in one car in the first place? They're already fighting. So how are they going to do it together?
I'm asking you. Let us attempt to be positive right now.
I think Ruto should be in
The fifth estate is Afrocentric, and we are positive. Can we call ourselves to that statement?
But we're also realists. Ruto should be in the boot here, or in the back seat.
Do we have a paper that can be thrown today?
Look, these two are barely reading from the same script.
Okay.
All right,
but I think Gado is also encouraging us to,
Yes.
take a real look and see maybe how as individuals, you feed into the big four.
Yeah,
You know,
it's true.
it's not just about those two.
All right, so let us finish by looking at the star.
If Ndula stayed in Uganda,
That's true. Museveni saw this.
yeah, this is a caricature of Kaguta Yoweri Museveni, in like a very feminine position. He just accepted flowers.
He's being wooed
He's being wooed,
and proposed to.
and he's like this, and he has kisses all over him. But the guy who's doing the proposal or was proposing are NRM delegates.
And what are they saying to him?
They're proposing, but it's very clever because
Are you seeing what the ring looks like?
the ring is a ballot box. And he says, darling, will you oppress Uganda for 7 more years?
And what does he say? He accepts.
Oh, say it.
I'm not the babe.
I think this cartoon is fantastic.
I think it's fantastic. Oh, he's conditioned to say, I accept. It's very clever because that's not the question he's being asked. The question he's expecting is, will you accept the honor of ruling Uganda? But the proposer is telling him, or is asking him, will you oppress Uganda for 7 more years? So he's conditionally, he's conditioned to just say, I accept.
What I like about this cartoon is that it's marrying the positive and the negative.
The negative.
In a very smart way. So satire, tick.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Humorous, most definitely.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Effective.
Yes.
These are the makings of a winning cartoon.
Yes. Yes.
But does that mean we are now tossing the standard?
I already know about this.
Do you guys do ties?
Yes, we have.
But with cause.
Okay, then I'll go with
Ndula.
yeah.
All right then, can we please toss the standard? All right,
Fantastic.
and with that, our winning cartoon of the day is the Ndula of the Star.
Yes.
Yep, and with that, we thank you for watching and we will see you tomorrow.